Hey there, food explorers! Are you ready to embark on a delicious journey through time and taste? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of dumplings, a culinary treasure that has been delighting taste buds for centuries. So, buckle up and get ready for an adventure that spans thousands of years and countless flavors. Today, we're going on a dumpling adventure. Imagine a world where every bite tells a story, where each dumpling is a little pocket of history and culture. That's exactly what we're about to explore. These little pockets of yumminess have been around for almost 2,000 years. Can you believe it? Dumplings have a rich history that dates back to ancient China, where they were first created as a way to provide warmth and nourishment during the cold winter months. A long time ago, a kind doctor named Zheng Zhongjing wanted to help his patients during a particularly harsh winter. He noticed that many people were suffering from frostbite and malnutrition. To combat this, he invented dumplings. He filled them with warming ingredients like lamb and herbs, and the rest, as they say, is history. They became super popular all over China. People from all walks of life fell in love with these delicious little parcels. Dumplings were not just food, they became a symbol of community and togetherness, often enjoyed during festivals and family gatherings. People loved how tasty they were, and that you could put all sorts of things inside them. From savory meats to fresh vegetables, the possibilities were endless. Each region in China began to develop its own unique dumpling recipes, adding local ingredients and flavors to create something truly special. Over time, different places in China made their own special dumplings, each one more delicious than the last. In the north, you might find hearty dumplings filled with pork and cabbage, while in the south, delicate shrimp dumplings are a favorite. Each bite is a new adventure, a new story to tell. From savory pork dumplings to yummy veggie ones, there's a dumpling for everyone. Whether you're a meat lover or a vegetarian, there's a dumpling out there that will make your taste buds dance with joy. And guess what? Making dumplings is super fun, and anyone can do it. It's a great way to bring people together, whether you're cooking with family, friends, or even hosting a dumpling making party. The process is as enjoyable as the end result, and there's nothing quite like the satisfaction of biting into a dumpling you've made yourself. Ready to join me? Let's go! Together we'll explore the wonderful world of dumplings, learn about their history, and maybe even try making some ourselves. So grab your chopsticks and let's dive into this delicious adventure. Before we start making dumplings, let's get our ingredients. Dumplings are a delightful treat enjoyed by many cultures around the world, and today we're going to make a classic version that is both delicious and easy to prepare. Whether you're a seasoned cook or a beginner, you'll find this recipe straightforward and fun. So, let's dive into the world of dumpling making. Don't worry, they're easy to find. Most of these ingredients are probably already in your kitchen, and if not, a quick trip to the grocery store will have you covered. Let's start by gathering everything we need for the dough and the filling. Having all your ingredients ready and organized will make the process smoother and more enjoyable. For our dumpling dough, we'll need a few simple ingredients that come together to create a perfect pliable dough: all-purpose flour. This is what our dough is made of. Flour is the foundation of our dumpling dough, providing the structure and texture we need. Make sure to use fresh flour for the best results. We need about 2 cups. Measuring accurately is important to ensure the dough has the right consistency. Too much flour can make the dough tough, while too little can make it sticky and hard to work with. Water about half a cup to help the dough stick together. The water will hydrate the flour, allowing it to form a cohesive dough. It's best to add the water gradually, mixing as you go to achieve the perfect texture. Salt. A pinch of salt makes it taste better and keeps the dough strong. Salt enhances the flavor of the dough and helps to strengthen the gluten network, giving the dough a better structure. Now, for the best part, the filling. The filling is what makes each dumpling unique and flavorful. Today, we're going to make a savory pork filling, but feel free to get creative with your own combinations. We're making a pork filling today, but you can use whatever you like. Here's what we need. The beauty of dumplings is their versatility. You can experiment with different meats, vegetables, and seasonings to create your perfect filling. Ground pork, about a pound to make our dumplings juicy. Pork is a popular choice for dumpling fillings because it has a good balance of fat and flavor, which keeps the filling moist and delicious. Cabbage, about a cup, chopped up small for some crunch. Cabbage adds a nice texture and a bit of sweetness to the filling. Make sure to chop it finely so it blends well with the pork. Green onions, a handful, chopped up to make it fresh. Green onions add a fresh, slightly sharp flavor that complements the richness of the pork. They also add a bit of color to the filling. Soy sauce. a little bit for that yummy umami flavor. Soy sauce is a key ingredient in many Asian dishes, adding depth and a savory note to the filling. Sesame oil, just a teaspoon for a nutty smell. Sesame oil has a strong, distinctive flavor, so a little goes a long way. It adds a wonderful aroma and a hint of nuttiness to the filling. Now that we have everything, let's make the dough. With all our ingredients prepped and ready, we're set to start the fun part, making the dough and assembling our dumplings. This is where the magic happens, as we transform simple ingredients into delicious handmade dumplings. Let's get started. Okay, dumpling chefs, let's get our hands messy. Today, we're diving into the art of making the perfect dumpling dough. It's a fun and rewarding process that will make your dumplings taste even better. So, roll up your sleeves and let's get started. Making dumpling dough is like playing with food clay. It's a tactile experience that connects you to the food you're creating. The dough should feel soft and pliable, almost like a stress ball. This is where the magic begins. It's all about how it feels. The texture of the dough is crucial. It should be smooth and elastic, not too sticky and not too dry. This balance is key to making dumplings that are easy to work with and delicious to eat. First, put the flour in a big bowl. Use all-purpose flour for a good balance of strength and flexibility. Measure it carefully to ensure consistency in your dough. This is the foundation of your dumpling dough, so take your time. Add a pinch of salt and mix it up. The salt enhances the flavor of the dough and helps to strengthen the gluten structure. Now, the fun part. Mixing the ingredients together is where you start to see the dough come to life. Slowly pour in the water while mixing with your hands. The water should be at room temperature to help the flour absorb it evenly. Mix it gradually to avoid lumps and ensure a smooth dough. This step requires patience and a gentle touch. Keep mixing until the dough is smooth and stretchy like Play-Doh. Kneading the dough helps to develop the gluten, which gives the dough its elasticity. This process can take about 10 minutes, so don't rush it. Enjoy the rhythm of kneading. If it's too sticky, add a little more flour. The dough should be soft but not cling to your fingers. Adjusting the consistency is important to get the perfect texture. Remember, it's easier to add more flour than to fix a dough that's too dry. Too dry? Add a little water. Just a few drops at a time can make a big difference. The goal is to achieve a dough that is smooth and elastic. This balance will make your dumplings easier to shape and cook evenly. Once our dough is nice and smooth, cover it with a wet towel and let it rest for 30 minutes. This resting period allows the gluten to relax, making the dough easier to roll out and shape. It's a crucial step that shouldn't be skipped. This makes the dough easier to fold later. After resting, your dough will be ready to be transformed into delicious dumplings. The perfect dough is the foundation of a great dumpling, so take your time and enjoy the process. Happy cooking. While the dough rests, let's make the filling. This is where you can get creative. Today we're making classic pork and cabbage. First, chop the cabbage and green onions really small. The smaller, the better. Now, in a big bowl, mix the ground pork, chopped veggies, soy sauce, and sesame oil. Use your hands or a spoon to mix it all up. Now let's taste it. Cook a tiny bit in a pan. This way you can add more salt or soy sauce if you need to. Time for the most exciting part, wrapping the dumplings. This is where you can be creative. There are lots of ways to wrap dumplings. We'll start with an easy one, the half moon. First, roll the dough into small balls. Then flatten each ball into a circle, like a tiny pizza. Now, the magic. Put a spoonful of filling in the middle of each circle. Fold the dough over, making a half moon. Pinch the edges tight so the filling stays inside. Once you're good at the half moon, try other shapes. Remember, practice makes perfect, and even if your dumplings look a little funny, they'll still taste great. Our dumplings are ready to be cooked. You can boil, steam, or pan fry them. Each way makes them taste a little different. Boiling is easy. Put the dumplings in boiling water, stir them so they don't stick, and cook for 6 to 8 minutes or until they float. Steaming makes lighter dumplings. Put them in a steamer basket over boiling water, cover and steam for 10 to 12 minutes. For crispy dumplings, pan fry them. Cook them in a pan with a little oil for 2 to 3 minutes on each side until they're golden brown. Yummy! Making dumplings for the first time? Here are some tips. Dough too sticky? Add a little more flour. Filling too wet? Squeeze out extra water from the veggies. Dumplings falling apart? Pinch the edges tighter. Dumplings sticking to the pot? Add oil or salt to the boiling water. For steaming, use parchment paper or cabbage leaves in the steamer. Remember, practice makes perfect. Have fun with it. In China, dumplings are more than just food. They mean family, togetherness, and good luck. People eat dumplings during Chinese New Year. Their shape, like old Chinese money, is supposed to bring good luck. Making dumplings is a family activity. Everyone helps. It's a time for talking, laughing, and sharing traditions. So, next time you make dumplings, remember, you're part of a long tradition. You made dumplings. Now let's make them look good. Put them on a plate and add some fresh herbs like cilantro or green onions. Don't forget dipping sauces. Soy sauce, vinegar, chili oil, sesame ginger dressing, or spicy peanut sauce are all yummy. Share your dumplings with everyone. Enjoy the yummy flavors and the feeling of making something special. Happy dumpling eating!